Hey family, welcome to a haunted house. In today's video, we're going to talk about some romantic date night ideas. You know we have Valentine's Day coming up, but even if it's past Valentine's Day, you still might want to get in a romantic date night at home with your significant other. So in this video, I'll show you a romantic dinner idea for home and also a few other romantic date night ideas that you might want to try while you're at home in quarantine. So stay tuned, let's jump into the video. So starting off setting the table, we like to use our eat-in kitchen table because it's small around. So I just take away the extra chairs so that it's just two for just us two, of course. I bought this white fabric from Walmart. I just got a very inexpensive fabric that I use as a runner and sometimes a tablecloth, and I drape it very loosely. I wanted it to have a romantic look, so I make sure to leave folds in it that I'll use later for these tulips. I bought these tulips from the grocery store. I love the grocery store around Valentine's Day because they have the best flowers that they usually don't have any other day. And so with these tulips, I am just tucking them into the folds that I created with my fabric to kind of mimic a garland look, but I don't want to take the time to make an actual garland. But I wanted the flower display to look different than usual, than just a regular vase with flowers in them. So I decided to do this. I just kind of tried it out and played with it. I ended up using 3 dozen tulips. Okay, for the decor, I love candles. I love taper candles. I love the way they look, but I don't like the fire hazard that real candles provide when there are lots of things on the table. So I use flameless taper candles. I'll leave a link to those in the description box below. And I also use flameless votive candles as well to add to this table decor. For the plate setting, I get my chargers from either Dollar Tree or from eFavorMart. eFavorMart has very unique charger plates. If you're looking for something different, I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. And I top it off with Convokins. If you want to feel fancy, get yourself a charcuterie board and make yourself an aesthetically pleasing and delicious charcuterie board filled with your favorite things. I love cured meats and cheeses, but you can actually put anything that you like and you enjoy on your charcuterie board and pair it with the drink of your choice, and it will be a good time. So this weekend, David whipped out his smoker and made some pulled pork. So we turned that into a nice appetizer by putting it over toasted bread and topping it off with a mango chutney. Okay, so for our main course, we are having lamb chops that have been marinated in rosemary and garlic. I've also paired it with white rice and asparagus and topped it off with a rosemary gravy as well. I will leave the link to that recipe in the description box below. Okay, so now we are about to get started with our evening. We have these napkins called Convokins, so we're going to ask these questions. This is a good date night idea. This adds like functionality to your dinner while also giving you an activity, a way to connect and bond over your dinner as well. You want to ask the first question, or you want me to ask the first question?
Ladies first. You got it.
Ask the first question?
Yeah.
No problem. What is one thing you and I have in common?
Not more than one thing, but I'm gonna cheat. I'm cheating. Our faith.
I mean, I guess it's not a given.
It's not a given, but I would say that and our understanding and our belief in real estate and the correlation to wealth.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Yep.
Or you want to go back
gotta answer the same. Yep, you gotta answer the same question.
I think we both have like a nerdy and goofy sense of humor.
I'm a nerd. Did you just call me a nerd? Okay.
I didn't call you a nerd. I said we have like a nerdy, goofy sense of humor. Like we're kind of dorky. We're extremely dorky around each other.
Okay. Question, drum roll. Where is the strangest place you have fallen asleep?
When I was a kid, I fell asleep on the bus, which isn't strange in itself, other than the fact that I missed my bus stop. And so when I woke up, I was like crying, like, you know, like, oh my gosh. And so the bus driver had to like take me back to my bus stop, and you know, my parents were worried and all that good stuff. But the bus is the strangest place that I've fallen asleep on, with the end that I ended up missing my stop.
Okay. So I'm not going to use the company's name, but I used to be a delivery driver. And you all know those box trucks are not comfortable for the drivers. So
like a delivery driver for like a shipping company?
Yeah.
A logistics company?
Like a UPS, FedEx, one of those companies, Amazon, one of those companies.
Mm-hmm.
And this day in particular, I was very tired. And you know, we were running packages. It was during the holiday season, and I knew I had my lunch break coming up, and I knew I've emptied half of the truck, and I was like, okay, well, I need to take me like a little, I'm a nap person, so 15, 20 minutes is like what I needed. So I went in the storage bin of the truck, and the wheel well sticks out a little bit inside the truck. So I sat on there, and I put my sit down, and I took a 15-minute nap. It was the worst nap of my life, for the record.
Would you rather be able to fly or read minds?
Fly, hands down.
Why?
I don't need to read your mind. I need to get to point A to B as fast as possible. So if I fly, I don't gotta worry about traffic. Like, imagine a world if you can fly. You don't got traffic. You don't gotta worry about road rage, or I guess it would be fly rage, air rage. I don't really know. But yeah, you don't have to deal with traffic. You don't have to worry about pedestrians. You could just go from A to B. And I would say if you're able to fly, you can get to the destination even faster because you can take the most direct route to your destination. Unless they're planes and stuff. Depending on how high you're flying, then the planes like helicopters and stuff. So I would definitely want to fly. What you got?
Between the two, I would rather read minds.
I can see you saying that.
Why?
Because you're a very, I don't want to say intrinsic, but you're definitely a deeper thinker. Like, I want to know the ins and outs, the way the mind works and what you're thinking in your head. And yeah, that makes you sound creepy, right? But I meant that like in a good way.
Yeah. Well, I will say that it's really because I don't want to fly. I'm kind of afraid of heights. Although, like pre-COVID, I flew a lot, right, in airplanes. I still had a little nervousness, like every time I fly. There's a tinge of nervousness every time I fly. And so, without a vehicle around me, and then that's not appealing to me. Like I know that your idea of like transportation is cool, but you have crazy people. You have
flyers.
You have like people who hunt and like who go hunting and shooting stuff out of the sky. I don't want to be shot out of the sky by mistake because they think I'm a bird. They don't know where I am. They're like, what is that? Boom. No, thank you. Not going to be me. So overall, we enjoy Convokins as a product. It is functional, like I said earlier, and it is definitely a conversation starter. This is something that you can use whether you are doing a small gathering or intimate gathering with you and your significant other, or even if you want to have a small dinner party with friends over and you want something to bring everyone together, especially if everyone who is at the function don't already know each other and won't maybe naturally have conversation. These could be a great conversation starter for that. And in the future, if you are getting married and having a larger event and have people who don't know each other at the same tables, these can be a great conversation starter for those as well. I really enjoy it. We do things like this all the time. We have conversation cards and we use products like this all the time to make sure that we are just engaging with each other and continuing to learn about each other over time. I recommend, if you are doing this for a dinner party with multiple people or at a wedding, to make sure that you are folding the napkin back where the question is visible. That way, as people approach the table and they approach their seat, they can see that there's a question there that they can ask, because from the outside of the napkin, it just looks like a regular napkin with Convokins on it. But right when you turn it on the inside, you have your nice question that you can ask to engage others in conversation. So make sure you do that. It will be fun, so much fun, and also functional. You don't have to buy two things. You can buy your napkin and your conversation starters all in one product. So I will leave a link to that in my description box below, and I hope you enjoy. Before we leave, I want to leave you with a few more date night ideas at home. If you are not a cook and you do not want to make dinner yourself, you can always hire a private chef to come into your home if you're comfortable to prepare a meal for you and your partner. But also, even if you don't want someone in your home, a lot of private chefs or upscale restaurants will offer a drop-off option where they'll drop off your meal to your home for you instead of coming in and cooking at your home as well. You can do private massages in your home, of course, with people who follow COVID-19 guidelines if you're comfortable. And you can also make your own paint and sip activity right at home. You can get art supplies from the dollar store or your local art store, even off of Amazon, and just have a relaxing evening at home with just you two to have your own paint and sip, turn on some music, and just have fun. Get creative. Don't let COVID-19 stop you. Although you are at home, you can still make a nice time and spend quality time with your partner. I hope you have taken something from this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not done so already. Like this video. In the comment section, tell me what you think below. And until next time, love Star.